Hey guys, Jake Nikolopoulos here for another episode of Road to the Universe. So, as always, I have to thank my sponsors, BSN and Massive Joe's. The reason why I thank them at the start of every video, it's not to sound like a hero, it is because I'm genuinely proud to have a sponsorship. I find I'm very, very lucky and fortunate to have it, and it's something that if I didn't have, it'd be very, very hard for me to do what I'm doing. With all the travel, with all of the food, with all of the training, you know, definitely it's worthwhile having the sponsorship. For me, I'd be struggling badly if I didn't have it. So that's why I thank them at the start of every video. Anyway, this video of Road to the Universe, I'm not going to do the Q&A on this particular video because, you know, we're going to be here forever. It's going to be the chest. I did a chest workout last night, and that's what you guys are going to see today. I filmed it a little bit different. I actually spoke to the camera while I was training and just talked about what I was doing at that time. But you guys will see all of that coming up. So enjoy the chest video. Thank you all for tuning in again. I hope you appreciate coming into my gym. I'm trying to show you guys as much as I can. You know, I'm getting better. I'm getting a little bit more confident with the camera. I'm getting better, getting some fresh ideas to try to make these episodes as interesting as possible for you guys as I can. It does make it hard that I'm always by myself, trained by myself. You know, I'd love to be able to do supermarket videos and some other general daily things, but you know, I'm by myself in the gym and doing things during the day, so it makes it hard. But hopefully there will be something coming along very shortly that will give me the opportunity to be able to have someone else filming other bits and pieces for me. So stick around for the chest workout and I'll see you at the other end. Hey guys, welcome to my gym, Jake's Muscle Factory. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to talk you through my chest and bicep workout. So I'm not going to go crazy with weights today. I've had a long weekend. I haven't been really eating what I would normally eat. So I'm just going to do sort of not a light workout. I'll do as much as I can, but I'll explain it to you guys as I go. So I'm going to start with an incline bench press with a barbell, and you know, I'm going to try to keep my elbows pretty much straight, 90 degrees. You know, I don't really want my elbows to come in too much, so I don't want to work too much front delt. So I normally warm up a plate either side, and we'll go from there. So I'm trying to keep the bar up high. I'm trying to keep the bar like under my neck to my chin and keep my elbows up. Just trying to really stretch all along the top of my pecs as much as I can. So my elbows are, I'm trying to keep my elbows as 90 degrees as possible. I'm not really letting my elbows come in much at all. So the weight's going to progressively go up, and I'll show you guys, the next set you'll see will probably be my working set. Alright, so I did one plate for a warm-up for like 15 reps, 1.5, 12, then I got 2 plates for 12, and now I've got 2.5 plates on there. So like I said, I'm trying to keep this real strict with my elbows out. So this will probably be my first working set. So let's see what I get. So I got 12. I'd call that a working set. I sort of failed at 12, but I'll go a little bit heavy, I'll go up to 3 plates, and then I'll go from there. All right, so we're on 2.5 plates, up to 3 plates. So this will be my working set now. I want to try to fail. I don't want to get any less than 8. So let's see what happens. Oh, man. So, I got 10. So I wanted to beat 8, I got 10. So now I'm going to stay on that weight. I don't want to go any heavier than that. I'm trying to work in a good rep range today where I can get a better pump. And like I said, I'm doing my elbows pretty much 90 degrees, so that makes it much harder to press heavier weights. So you've got to definitely drop the poundages, because when you bring your elbows in, I think that turns it more into a powerlifting bench press, and you use a lot more front delt. So I find bringing the elbows up, just get a real good stretch in the pecs, and keep it up. And I don't lock out my elbows on the top of every rep. I try to keep the tension on my pecs the whole time. So I won't film the rest of the chest pecs. I'll probably do another 2 sets on this particular weight for the same sort of rep range. So you guys get the idea. So I showed you guys I did incline. Yeah, I tried to work just all the top half of my chest and had my elbows right out. I was keeping it real strict, not letting my elbows come in. So the weights that I was lifting weren't as heavy as I normally would. So I did, once I got up to 3 plates, I did 3 sets on that in between 8 to 10 reps. And now I'm going to flat. So I start again on 1 plate and warm it back up, because it's still a different angle, so different muscles come into play. So I like to start from the light weights again and warm up until I feel comfortable lifting as heavy as I can. So same deal, I'm going to keep my elbows up and I'll try to bring the bar to my chin or middle of my neck. Heavy weight, yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm trying not to use any momentum at all. I'm trying to bring the bar, like I said, really high to my chin. Just get a really good squeeze, but don't let it bounce down the bottom. I'm not trying to put any stress, unnecessary stress on my shoulders. I'm just trying to keep it all on my pecs. So I'm not locking out my elbows and letting the triceps come into play. I just want to keep it on the pecs the whole time. So every rep, I try to make it as if I'm pushing more blood into the muscle every rep, not letting it ever rest. So that was the first set. I'll do a few more sets, go a little bit heavier, and I'll show you guys the working sets. Whew. All right, so now I'm up to 2 plates either side, 100 kilos. Now, you want to talk shit that I'm not lifting 4 plates, 5 plates? I really don't care. Like I said, I'm not trying to use momentum here. I'm trying to just work my pecs. And I'm keeping my elbows out 90 degrees. If I bring my elbows in, yeah, I can use a lot more, because that turns it more into a powerlifting style grip. All I want to do is isolate my pecs. So a weight like this, 100 kilos, you'll see now. I think I'm probably gonna fail. Well, I don't know, let's see. See, whatever I get, I get. So there you go. Just got 12. But you know, every rep I can feel my pecs squeezing, more blood in there, squeezing every rep. Try not to take the pressure off or the tension anytime. So, you know, this is a great way to isolate. Like I said, I don't train like this all the time. Sometimes I'll use a little bit more momentum, keep my elbows in, lift a lot more weight. But on nights like tonight, it's late, I'm just not really feeling it. I won't lift crazy heavy because you have to listen to your body, and over time I've learned that when your body's telling you, you know, you can't really lift heavy, you haven't drank as much fluid that particular day, or your joints just, something's not feeling right, just listen to your body, do what you got to do, because you'll end up with a strain or ache. You don't necessarily have to tear something, but sometimes the strains and the aches and tendonitis and things like that, they're worse than the tears. They just hang around for a long time. So I always listen to my body and train how I feel on that particular day. Like I said, today I'm a little bit drained, it's late at night, so I'm just going a lot lighter and really focusing on the form and stretching and contracting the muscle. So this works just as good. All right, so I did my flat presses, did a few sets on my working weight. Once I worked up to it, did my warm-ups, got to a weight where I failed between about 8 and 10, and then I did that a few times. Did that like three, 4 times. It really depends on how I feel. If I start getting less than 6, then I'll move on to the next exercise. And now I'm going to do a dumbbell fly incline, and same sort of deal. I want to keep my arms pretty much as if I had that bar underneath my chin again, trying to keep it all in that line. So keep it up nice and high, and just make sure I pull with my pecs. I don't want to use momentum at all and let my shoulder drop back too far. Just keep it on the pecs the whole time. Just use my pecs for the way up, the way down, so I can feel the whole movement. And I don't usually come all the way up and touch them together. If I was using a cable, if I had the incline set in between the cable crossovers, then yeah, I'd bring them together. But with dumbbells, by the time, once you get past a certain point, you know, it's not really doing anything. There's no force on you at all. So when I do my dumbbells, I sort of come to probably about here and just keep it on my chest, because from there to there, there's nothing. So it takes the tension off the muscle. So, all right, this will be my warm-up. I'll stop at 15, just a warm up. So I'm just trying to, like I said, trying to keep it real strict, and I can feel that straight away. I'm not letting the tension come off the muscle, just pumping more blood in there every set, just thinking about the chest getting bigger. I think it's pretty important to visualize it while you're training. Every set, think about it. Pumping more blood in there. I want my chest to be bigger and thicker. You know, I think that helps. I seem to get a better pump thinking about it better like that. So I'll do a couple more warm-ups and I'll show you the working sets. So, this will be my working set, one of my working sets. Do as many reps as I can with these 22.5 kilo dumbbells. Like I said, try to keep my elbows straight, 90 degrees, and just pull with the pegs. So, here we go. So 12. That's around about 12 reps. So that's, I'm happy with that for flies. I'm just trying to isolate it. So I'll stick with these 22s now for a couple more reps. So hope you guys are liking my gym too. You can see I get to train. I'm very lucky I get to train by myself in the privacy of my own gym. I don't have dickheads staring at me watching what I press. I can just concentrate on my own training and really feeling the muscle and what it does. I find too, training in gyms with people around me, I usually get injuries, aches and pains, so I've got people pushing me, oh you can do more, you can do more. But you know, I know myself, I know my own body, I know my limits. Definitely, you know, I've definitely trained with people that have pushed me out of my limits. Lee Priest, Sam Winides, all these guys I've trained with, definitely taken me out of my comfort zones, but they know what they're doing, it's in a safe way, so it's okay. But training in big gyms, I find with just guys that all they care about is the weights that you lift, you know, it's a stupid way to train. I used to train like that when I was younger, but now it's all about training the muscle and thinking about it, trying to make the lightest weight as hard as possible by using the muscle that you're working and just trying to isolate it a lot more. You know, it's a safer way to train, you're not going to get injured, and you know, I'm in this for the long term. I don't want to have an injury that's going to stop me from training. I love training, this is what I do, so I'm trying to do it as safe as possible. So I'm going to do a couple more sets now, okay? That's enough of me talking shit. So I've hit my pecs from a few different angles now. I've done the incline barbell press, incline flat press. I've done a fair few sets, about 4 or 5 sets of dumbbell flies, getting a real good stretch in them. And now I'm going to go into a decline press. So like before, I'll warm up on a weight and then I'll work my way back up again. So, you see I didn't have to go real crazy there. I did 22.5 kilo dumbbells. But because I'm trying to really isolate and squeeze everything, you know, don't have to go crazy. You know, mix up your training. You can't do heavy all the time. Oh, you can if you do it in really good form, but I find when I go really heavy, I do use a little bit of momentum, and if I do that for weeks on end, I definitely get a little bit sore and I have to take a break and rethink the way that I'm training. So workouts like this, just really squeezing the muscle. You know what, sometimes I find that I get I'm sore for longer after I do a workout like this. Continuous tension, not letting the muscle rest, just pushing more blood into the muscle every single rep. You know, that's what bodybuilding's about. As much weight as possible, as many reps as possible. Try not to let the muscle rest. Just keep pumping blood in there, squeezing it in. And then of course, resting after you train, eating, getting your right calories, or getting your diet right, and sleeping as well is a huge part. But do as much damage as you can in a short amount of time in the gym, and then recover, eat, sleep, and grow. I'm going to do a few more sets. I'll probably just go a little bit heavier than the 22s. I might go up to the 27s now and just do a few sets of probably 8 to 10. Okay? Decline presses are done. Now I'm going to do some parallel bar dips. Now I try to do these, I try to lean over the bar as much as I can to try to keep it like a push-up. And same deal as all the other exercises. I don't want to come up too high and lock out and use my triceps. I want to keep it on my chest the whole time. So it's going to go a little something like this. So I don't fall on my face. So I'm trying to get a bigger stretch as I try to get a really good stretch in my pecs. Not too much. Once I start to feel my shoulder, I'll back off a little bit with the depth, but try to stretch my pecs as much as I can, and then try to keep it like a push-up, just with the chest. Squeeze more blood into every rep. And like I said, I don't want to really lock out and bring my triceps into play too much. I just really want to keep it on my chest. And that's pretty much it with dips. I'm going to do 4 sets like this just with my body weight. I'm not going to hang any weight because I only got like 8 reps anyway, so just going to really concentrate and squeeze it. Alright, so my dips are done. I showed you guys, I did the dips, leaned over it, really squeezed it, used my pecs. So now to finish my last exercise, to polish off my chest, will be a cable movement. So I like to do the cable crossovers, and with these I keep them up really high. So I'll cross it pretty much across underneath my chin, and I stay as upright as possible and just use my pecs. Other times I will stand in the racks and bring it a little lower, but I find that I get a lot of more development. I can really squeeze the upper part of my pecs, especially if I cross my hands right over as well. So I'll show you how it looks. So you see, it's much harder if I stand forward and bring it really high. And on this particular workout, I'm doing it like this, crossing my hands right over. I don't normally do that, but in this particular one I am, and getting a real good squeeze, like right across. So my hands are coming right over in front of my face. All the top of my pecs now, I can feel it. It's all pumped. So, you know, I don't train like this all the time, like I said, but certain workouts when I don't feel like just throwing around real heavy weights, I'll just lighten the loads and really squeeze it like this. So, you know, that's my last exercise for chest. All right, so that's my chest workout done. So I showed you guys something different today. I went a little bit lighter, changed my form on certain exercises. On the incline press and the flat press, I had my elbows out wide, 90 degrees. Just put a lot more stress and concentration because I isolated a lot more for my, a lot more upper pecs. So I'd bring the bar to my chin on almost every rep because like everybody, I suppose, a lot of us got fullness around the bottom chest and and size of our pecs, but upper pecs is something that, you know, is really impressive. And for a bodybuilder on stage especially, a lot of shots that we hit, having that really thick upper pecs all the way across to the delts, you know, it looks really, really impressive. So that's what I'm trying to achieve by bringing the bar up nice and high on my neck. So I did my presses, I did flies, I did parallel bar dips, I did decline dumbbell presses, and I finished on cable crossovers, really crossing my hands right over and squeezing it right almost in front of my face. So that's what I did today on this particular day. Next chest workout, I might go just on dumbbells, a little bit heavier, just trying to, you know, go for as much weight as I can. But even when I lift heavy, I still try to do, you know, 8 to 10 reps and squeeze as much blood in there as possible. So hope you guys enjoyed watching what I did with chest today, and you enjoyed my gym. You got to see what it looks like as well. So I'm going to train a little bit of biceps now. I might post that on the next episode. Today will just be this chest workout. And thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the Massive Joe's videos channel and stay up to date with everything we're doing on the Massive Joe's channel. Thanks guys.